So all I want to do is look like a hillbilly that won the lottery 10 years ago. Welcome back to the Lost Cause Ranch, guys. A little bit different video today. Some of you may know Ed Bolian from VinWiki. Well, they teamed up with Sway and they are offering the chance to buy Ed's cheapest Lamborghini in the world. What Ed was looking for was someone to do something interesting with his Gallardo. And I think we are just the people for that. Interesting. Let's start with a Range Rover with a camper on top of it. Yes, that's gonna tie in to what we wanna do with the Lamborghini. So around here at the Lost Cause Ranch, we typically do Land Rovers only, as you can see, but every once in a while we have a Ferrari, and maybe we can add a Lamborghini to the fleet. And this one behind us, we just picked up in Montana, made a 2,100 mile trip home. It is a 1995 Range Rover Classic that had a Toyota camper put on the top. This one's going under the chopping block and getting all redone. And next year, we wanted to take this thing on the Alaskan Highway. That is the Alaskan Highway. And from where we are in eastern Iowa, that's like a 3,300 mile journey. Joe, what does that have to do with a Lamborghini? Well, let me tell you. So I was gonna get the old whiteboard out, like everyone on YouTube does, and do a little drawing, but I can't draw. So we did one better. We have a scale model. Now this guy did not come this way. We had to modify it. We got to get this a little bit closer to Ed's car. It is matte orange after all. So we got Kubota orange. Good news is, I think it's going to be of similar quality to the paint job on there right now. We had a little bit of collateral damage in the modification. That's supposed to go there. I promise, Ed, that I won't do that to yours. But if I do, I will replace it. This one we won't. So here it is anyways. This is our simulated Gallardo. I'd like to say this one is finished in Arancio Kubota. But that brings us to what would we do with Ed's Lamborghini? I think we have to make a sibling to this one. Let's do a little metalwork. Look, another Land Rover. So here's our thoughts, being the old overlanding thing's getting to be a pretty big deal these days. We're thinking OverLandBorghini. OverLandBorghini? OverlandBorghini? Yes, that sounds good. With like a Defender Icarus style pop-up tent. So we would fabricate something similar to that. Let's affix this real quick. So here is the base. We would obviously make this a little cleaner on Ed's car, but we would have like a shooting brake Gallardo. What we're thinking here is in the front trunk area, we'd insulate that out, gut a refrigerator, and make this a refrigerator, pop it up, keep all our stuff. Back here, we did a little like roll-out kitchen in our Land Rover with a stove, collapsible sink. So we're thinking either on the side or out the back, we would do like a slide out kitchen. But what you've all been waiting for would be this guy right there. That would be, I mean, we'd obviously have some fabric and some zippers and some mesh, but we would pop that up and we'd make a two-person sleeping tent. So that would be both people in our OverlandBorghini would make the trip along with the Range Rover camper. That one's already been to Panama, so it needs to go to Alaska, right? Hit the whole continent. Yeah, either way, that would be our plan with the Gallardo, and I'd be looking forward to a fun little project that would be. And I'm thinking if we get the opportunity to do this, we would paint this in like Lost Cause Ranch green. And then this guy could be in VinWiki green. And I would invite Ed or any of his VinWiki buddies to come along on the trip if you want to bring one of your own creations. It would be 3,300 miles of fun, a couple weeks of messing around, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. You never know. It's a 95, it might break down. It's the cheapest Lamborghini in the world. It'll probably break down, which we would have factored in here because, you know, you have to get to the engine still. We'd probably hinge that guy, linear actuators, and we would be able to flip that rear deck up because I'm sure you're probably gonna have to access something. I mean, it's the cheapest running Lamborghini in the world. I'm not gonna hold high hopes at that not having issues. But that's what we like around here. As you can see, we already have the check made out to VinWiki Ed Bolian for the OverlandBorghini. And we will shrewdly negotiate up 1 penny, if that helps at all. So $35,000 and 1 cent. And maybe I can bribe Ed a little bit. I'll send you the scale model so you can use it in the background on your set if you pick us for the top 5. No, I'm just kidding. If you actually want it, just let me know. I'll send it either way. I think this is a unique but realistic thing. We could actually hammer this out and make this happen next summer. So if this makes it that far, I appreciate you guys voting for the old Lost Cause Ranch and the OverlandBorghini. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. And thanks to VinWiki and Sway. I'll put links to them in the description down below. This was kind of a fun break from the normal day-to-day. I almost forgot. We have this V10 diesel Touareg. I've been looking to put the engine in something. So that can be the backup power plant for this thing. Maybe a down the road deal.